What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Niner Sickness with a live tonight. I am accompanied by my boy Boston Hitter, which I'll be bringing in a second. Just wanted to apologize for a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're getting it squared away. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's enjoying this Friday so far and getting ready for the weekend. But with no further ado, let me bring in my boy, the better half of the show, the Boston Hitter, the man with the knowledge. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's happening, man?
What's up, bud? Oh, not much, man. Just, same old dealing with stuff going live. What's up, Kathy? Derek, what's going on? Mark, what is going on? Tom, what is going on? Mr. Flex, what's going on, brother? How you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing good. It's Friday. We're going to talk a little bit of 49er football. How's your day so far, Boston Hater?
A busy one, but good nonetheless. I was running the rat race all day, doing running errands and stuff all the way up until the about 20 minutes before the show. So other than that, it's good.
Good to hear. I was trying to set my something over here, but yeah, man. It's Friday. It's Friday, man. So the weekend's here. For those that work full time, it's Friday for me every day. That's what happens when you're retired. But there's a couple of things we're going to talk about. Mainly, we're just going to freestyle it tonight, man. But one of the things that I want to bring up is that Adam Peters was promoted today to assistant general manager. And me and Boston Hater talked earlier before we started the show that we're thinking, if that's the case, maybe next year, depending on how this year goes, if nobody hires him elsewhere, maybe John Lynch is getting him ready to be the general manager, and he'll promote himself to president of the team. We'll see what happens. What's your thoughts on that promotion there, Boston Hater?
I don't have much thought to it. Basically, it's just one of those ploys to give a guy a title, to give him more money, to keep him around. That's basically what it is. He's going to be doing the exact same thing he was doing before.
Kind of like Mike McDaniels, right? Being promoted to offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
Just a different title, same job. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel if I was Adam Peters or Josh McDaniel. I wouldn't know how to feel with that, getting promoted to a higher position. Now, given if it comes with a raise financially, I'm okay with that. If I'm doing my same job that I did last year for more money, then I'm okay with just the title. I'm assuming that's the case too, right, Boston Hater?
That's essentially what it is. And yeah, who would be mad about more money?
Exactly. Who would be mad about more money? Nobody. What's up, Tom? How you doing, brother? Let me acknowledge everybody coming in here. Mark Jackson's one of our new followers. Welcome. Dina, what's going on? How you doing? Good evening. We got our boy Eric Davis on the comments tonight. What's up, brother? Mark Jackson's telling Eric, do you got your power back on? If I was Eric and I had no electricity, I would try to preserve the battery on my phone as much as I could.
Oh no, he's not at home. He's where there is power.
Oh, okay.
So he's good. Yeah, but he's not at home with all of his equipment. So
a white man with no power,
relegated to the phone.
It says, Eric, how you and the family doing? Kathy is sending some love to you, Eric. Eric says, we are okay. We are staying at the grandma's.
At her grandmother's. Yeah, his wife's grandmother.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So,
ask Eric if he wants to come in on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Eric.
Yeah, if he wants to.
Do you want to be part of the show tonight on the phone? I can definitely bring you in via the phone. I forgot about that option. I haven't used it lately. But Eric, if you want to come via the phone and chat with us, let me know, brother, and I will get you in here. So how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope you guys had a great week. It is Friday. Moving on to the weekend. What are you guys' plans for the weekend? Any special plans? I mean, there's no football going on. There's really nothing to talk about. So tonight we're just going to sit here and just talk to one another. A little bit of football, but just, conversate. And I wanted to apologize for Monday. There was there was technical difficulties with the guy named Niner Sickness on Monday. What happened? And I'm going to be transparent here. I had everything set up for the show, and I decided to sit on my recliner in my living room and raise my legs up because my back was hurting a bit. And the next thing you know, my wife is like, "Hey, didn't you have a show tonight?" I look at the clock and it's 8:30. From 6:05 to 6:15 to 8:30, I fell asleep, guys. So it's not on the Boston Hater, nor Florida Mike or E-Man. It is totally on me for falling asleep, man. But it is what it is. So I apologize ahead of time. Okay, I don't.
Basically, too many people, too much noise.
At his house.
Yes.
Where he's at. Got it. I'm thinking about,
Yes.
he's talking about the chat. I'm like, that's a good thing. But
Yeah, no.
he's talking, okay. Got it. So he'll just be on the comments, which is fine. Hey, let's welcome Nathaniel Huey to the comments.
I'm laughing at Mark Jackson talking about telling Eric to go in the bathroom and go live.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh my goodness. I like that, Mark. I love it. Yeah, there you go, Eric. Go to the bathroom, bro. Just don't flush. And
very common name, Mark Jackson, but I grew up with a guy named Mark Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. From as a, even as little as a toddler, I remember him. Yeah. I doubt it's the same guy, but
yeah, well, probably not, but
yeah,
so many Mark Jackson, especially like you just said, it's such a common name. So that's, I mean, if it was the same guy, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Probably hard to do.
No, I could actually find him. It wouldn't be that hard. I know where his parents are.
No, this guy is the one you're talking about or referring to.
Oh yeah, the odds.
Yeah, Tom says bathroom unlikely. Is Eric's favorite place. Oh. Hey Tom, how do you know, bro? You and Eric have been hanging out in the bathroom that we don't know about?
That's a little extreme, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, I'm thinking I'm going to delete that comment, Tom.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm going to save you on that one, Tom. I'm going to go ahead and delete that one.
Yeah, that was.
I'm going to delete that one.
That was a terrible one. No problem, Beto. I do it all the time. Short naps ends up being a couple of hours. I wasn't even planning to take a nap. Honestly, my wife says the problem that you brought up is that you reclined the recliner. That was mistake number one. I shouldn't have done that. I reclined and I kind of just like I got comfortable and I dozed off, man. And my wife was doing her own thing, and I told my wife, "Why didn't you wake me up?" She's like, "Hey, I'm your wife, not your maid. If you have your responsibilities, handle your own business." I'm like, fair enough. Fair enough. No, just his facial expressions when Eric is on. Oh, that's right. I made those comments before too. Eric looks like he's on the toilet when he's talking. It's all good. What are you drinking tonight there, Boston Hater?
Buffalo Trace.
Okay.
For those who know bourbon,
okay.
Buffalo Trace.
Well, I don't know. When you said Buffalo, I thought you were going to say Buffalo Wings.
No.
Buffalo Trace. So that's a type of bourbon, huh?
Yes, it is.
Is it a good? It should be because you're drinking it.
Yes, it is.
Got it. What is a bottle like
everything
that
is subjective, Everybody likes what they like. So,
Correct, correct. So what if you can give us a sense of what it tastes like? What?
um, it's probably more in a category of, more people are probably familiar with things like Maker's Mark because it's really very easy to find. You can go to almost any store and find it anywhere. You can find it at Costco. It's so easy to find. Uh, but what it is it's probably as far as entry level bourbons. It's not a top shelf. Uh, is entry level bourbons. It's probably on the higher end of entry level bourbons.
Okay.
So
So
you know,
is it a smooth or kind of rough?
um,
When
it's
you,
it's really more. It's got a little bit more of a creaminess to it.
okay.
So probably more hints of vanilla than your average bourbon.
Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
hits with that little back end cherry if you're used to a lot of these flavors you're subjective. It's people that know bourbon, that drink bourbon, would know what I'm referring to, but outside of that, to be like, oh, it's strong.
Yeah, I guess you have to get a taste for it.
Yeah.
Kinda-
Tom, scotch, what kind of scotch? I'm a scotch person too. I'm a whiskey in general, so
the only scotch I know is Scotch tape when I get it wrapped around my fingers.
wrong scotch, man.
Yeah, wrong Scotch. Yeah, I'm not a drinker, man. I just when I used to drink, I used to just drink beer.
Yeah, and you know me, I'm not heavy on it. I'm just
Well, see, to me,
very heavy on variety, not heavy on drinking.
so to me, what you're doing with Scotch and bourbon, it's more like having a good cigar. I haven't had a cigar. I knew about cigars.
It's
I smoked a lot of
exactly.
cigars. It's not like smoking a cigarette. It's more for the taste of it
Mhm.
and the enjoyment of it. So it's not
Sure.
about getting drunk. It's about just enjoying the flavor that that particular whiskey or bourbon brings to you. I'm assuming
You
like a
got a
cigar.
Glenlivet fan. I'm a Glenlivet 18. I have that. Blue Label. So he says Blue Label. I'm assuming that when you say Blue Label, you're talking about Johnny Walker. Personally, not bad. I think very overpriced for what it tastes like. Uh, Macallan, I like Macallan 12. I love Macallan 18. Which one are you talking about, Tom?
Glenville for me. Dina says
Yeah.
I don't know what type of is that a Scotch as well.
Yes, it is. That's Scotch.
Okay. See, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah, I'm pretty much well rounded. I Japanese,
So am I, but in a
I
different way.
different scotches, Irish, um, American. I'm really not high on Canadian. So I don't, as a matter of fact, I don't own a Canadian anymore. Got a Johnny Walker with um, Mark Jackson. What Johnny Walker? There's a whole lot to choose from. Macallan Gold. Okay. Not bad. I
Yeah,
I
these
approve.
names don't. It's nice to know what they're talking about because it's like might as well be talking Chinese. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm familiar with what they're talking about. I
Yeah,
haven't
well, yeah, obviously.
seen anything pop up that I haven't. Probably one of my favorite. Tom's talking about Japanese. Probably my favorite Japanese is Hibiki 21. That's probably my favorite.
Tom says Canadians are more. Uh, what is that word? I don't know how to.
Or rye, but
Raya. Yeah, never
thing
heard of it.
is, this guy's talking about rum, Captain Morgan. Okay, Derek, but we were talking whiskey, but okay, if you like Captain Morgan, depends on what Captain Morgan. I like the private stock. I'm
Is that
not a
rum?
fan of the standard Captain Morgan. Yeah, Captain Morgan is rum.
Okay, so for someone like myself that is clueless to all this, what is the difference between bourbon, Scotch, whiskey, and rum?
Well, the easiest way to say when you're talking about rum, well, rum, most rums are from the Caribbean
Okay.
and they're distilled with sugar cane. Uh, when you talk about whiskey, whiskey is a general term. So Scotch, Irish, Chinese, Canadian, American, bourbon is American as well. They are all under the heading of whiskey. Yeah. Uh, rum is not a whiskey. That's totally separate. Uh, so my thing is, uh, somebody's talking about rye. Well, rye is primarily American. You know, if you're talking about like a rye that's kind of similar to the bourbons. So, you know, like one of my favorite just go to grab it off the shelf ryes that I love is Rittenhouse. I like Rittenhouse. Whistle Pig 12.
Whistle
I
pig.
love
Is
that.
that really a drink?
Whistle Pig is the name of, yeah, they make a lot of different ryes. I'm a fan of Whistle Pig. Uh,
I'm not gonna touch that.
yeah.
The name
Yeah,
Whistle
but
pig sounds funny.
good stuff. Crazy name, but good stuff.
Um, it says you're a Latino. You're like tequila and beer. Jose Cuervo. Yeah, that's little racist.
Cuervo,
There's
that's
a little
horrible.
racist remark,
That's,
but no,
that's the most. That is the worst tequila you could have named, man.
I'm not, I never
Yeah.
been a hard liquor, a hard
Yeah,
drinking
that stuff is
person. I drank
terrible.
Coronas, Budweiser. When I drank, I mean, I haven't drank for over 20 years, so
No,
yeah.
I
I was
don't.
unfortunately I was more of a, and I'm not proud of this, but the illegal stuff on the market.
You're making the hooch.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was doing more of the illegal
got a,
stuff than
I got
alcohol.
a great uncle in Louisiana that uh, in his basement he has this pot distillery, and uh, he makes moonshine, and
Really?
he does it with fresh fruit, and he does all kinds of different stuff. And I mean, and some of it is just too strong to handle, unless you're like a real straight out. But he makes some, and he has that right balance, and they're very good. And I mean, he sells like one of those little standard mason jars for $20, and people come in and buy them by the case. I mean, he's got like law enforcement coming in there buying it. When what he's doing is totally illegal, they'll come in there and buy it and don't give him a second look. Then he's been doing it forever. I mean, he's probably
Wow.
been doing it for at least about 50, 55 years.
Moonshine.
Mhm.
Moonshine. That is funny, man. Yeah, man. I'm learning tonight. I know a lot of us here tonight are probably more familiar than I am with drinks, but yeah, Boston Hater is definitely very knowledgeable with his drinks. He enjoys them very much, and
Mhm.
when you enjoy something, and it's a hobby, it's always nice to really know what you're enjoying if you're going
You
to
know,
enjoy it.
yeah, when it comes down to it, you know what? I know I'm kind of one of those people that have done a lot of things and been a lot of places. And I know a little bit about a lot of different things. And some some things, I know a little more about. Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm laughing at Mark Jackson.
Yeah, he's like, show over. Good night.
Oh.
Drink up, boys. Well,
Yeah.
I have the all good eight. Oh, no,
Yeah. H2O, huh?
Ace. That's what I want to say. Thank you. Lost
There
that
you
for a
go.
second.
I do that. Alkaline water.
Aqualine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's
Um,
mine's a non-brand water from Safe Mart. They're cheaper.
yeah, so when it comes down to it, onto something that's yeah, we got off on a tangent on that.
Well, I mean, I know this is a football live, but you know, to be totally honest, there's not really that much football going on right now. At least not with the 49ers. There hasn't been any major changes.
That's true.
But we go live twice a week, Mondays and
Yeah.
Fridays. So, you know, bringing a little flavor of a different perspective of you know, educating somebody about a couple of drinks here and there, I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good for
Oh,
the
no
live.
harm done. No harm at all. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's not a it's not really a thing where
Yeah, yeah,
where we
it's
do it on a regular.
correct.
You know, I don't think. I mean, we've had little moments where people asked about what I was drinking, and you know, we might hit it off for a minute or so. That's longer than I can ever recall us ever going.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I understand if we were in the middle of the season or a lot of topics to talk about or cover, and we kind of went a little bit sideways, we would have to reel it in right away. But stating that this
sure.
off season, you know, we're just talking to our family here on. Oh, here comes Florida Mike jumping in. What's up, Javier Rios? Welcome,
Florida
brother. Hey,
Mike.
praying for you, bro.
Hey,
Praying for
hey.
your family. He's in Texas. He's dealing with all the storms in Texas.
Hmm. Okay. That's to him, man.
Mike, oh my God, you guys, oh Mike is crazy. Oh, wait until I bring in Mike. Don't take it off, Mike. Leave it on. Leave it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Um, you guys can't see Mike right now, but keep it right there, Mike. I know you can hear me. Let me bring in my boy Mike. I gotta bring him solo, man. This is good. Hold on. What's up, Mike? There is the Florida Mike, the man, the legend, the ball, all the way from Germany.
Here we go.
I love it. I love it. Hugo. All right, man. Let me bring all three of us in here real quick. Hold on, guys. You guys are gonna have to give me a second to put everybody in order. Did Mike leave? No, Mike's okay. I have to assign him. Sorry. Oh, 2. There he is. All right. There's the man himself, the legend. My brother from another mother. Let me adjust Mr. Boston Hater right there. Let me adjust the man himself right here, the legend. Bring him up a little bit. Right there. All right, we're good to go. So we are accompanied by this man that we call Florida Mike. What's up, brother? I guess he's not. I guess he's not speaking tonight. So you're just going to have a visual of Mike.
What's going on, Niner family? How y'all doing?
There he is.
I know that I'm probably doing Halloween a little early, but this is not Halloween. This is wartime. So although we're talking about football, I also have another football, and I'm playing my rival tomorrow. The rival is equivalent to my hatred for the Dallas Cowboys.
So who you guys playing, Florida Mike?
I don't want to say their name.
Okay, so who's your
team? But they have the similar colors as the Cowboys.
That doesn't help. What's your favorite team to everybody that doesn't know? Yeah, don't do drugs. So what it says? Russia. Russia. Whatever. Can't read it.
You can just do it this Beto for you, American. That's easier. BVB.
There you go. That'll work. Thank you, sir. That will. Welcome to the show, brother. Welcome. Tonight we're talking a little bit of scotch, whiskey, and bourbon. Compliments of our veteran here.
Stop touching the mic.
Oh, my bad. I had to get it close to my mask.
Yeah.
So we're talking drinks, German beer, and we're talking about some off-season acquisitions, some people were getting. What do you guys think about the players that we re-signed back so far?
Not the ones I'm hoping for, but
Yeah.
We're going to need them too. We're really needing to fill out our roster. We have a lot of free agents and we got a lot of empty spots on our 53. So, every addition is going to be a much needed addition, but we need to make sure that we target the key guys and get some of them back in our locker room.
By the way, Beto, to answer your question, because I love you, my love for you is bigger than the hate that I have for this team tomorrow. But the team name is Schalke.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to be rooting for your team tomorrow, brother. May your team beat the crap out of that team. And you don't have to.
Is that like the Boston of Europe?
For you, I won't go that far. I would leave that to England as a country. But as far as a club in German league, yes.
Okay, well then I hate them too.
them and Bayern München are the two Boston teams for the Bundesliga. And screw Bayern Munich too. So
okay.
So anyway, back to 49ers. So by the way, we're red and gold, Germany. I just throw that out there. So actually red and yellow. But anyway, a lot of people have been complaining about some of the guys that we're retaining. And Boston Hater, with you being a great expert on salary cap, would you mind just giving a little bit of your expertise to the critics of Niner fans, actually, that are criticizing the re-signing of guys that they feel like are not worthy of re-signing? They're like, why don't we just use this money to do this and do that? And I'm like, I mean,
this is what you got to understand from a salary cap perspective.
Right.
You've got what we started out with was a little over $14 million, assuming that the cap is going to be $175 million, because even though we're hearing rumors about 185, we really don't know if that's the case. So we have to work with the 175. Now
we're actually at 180 now, they said.
You know what? And that's still speculation. There's no hard the cap has not been just it's as this is it yet. They don't have a number yet. They keep putting these words out there, 185, 181, 180. I mean, we don't have a number that's definitely this is what it's going to be. We're not there yet. So until they get to that, which I'm sure that prior to free agency, they will have decided what they're going to be on. So it is what it is. We'll see when that time comes. Right now, what we're sitting back looking at is when we're going to get to these it's 180 by the NFL certified. Is that so? Well, that's news to me. If it is, well, all that does is push us up 5 million from what we were told it was initially going to be. And that basically only takes us from 14 million to 19 million that we are beneath the cap. And being 19 million beneath the cap, needing to sign guys like Trent Williams, like
Jason
Verrett, Mosley. Gonna have to definitely look at our linebacker Warner for a extension, because it might be hard to get him on the field. It may be very difficult, and it doesn't matter whether it's 175 or 185 or anywhere in between. So we had coming into this free agency period, 40, maybe 41 free agents. Well, we only have a 53-man roster. So if we have a bunch of free agents and we have to be able to put 53 on that field and on that team, you've got to be able to put 51 people on a team. I mean, 53 people on a team, and got 14 to 19, maybe 24 million, depending on how it turns out. I haven't seen anything. Mark saying it's 180. Okay. Even if we're going with 180, that puts us at 19 million. That really leaves us short. So, Beto, stop putting foolishness in the comments.
I want to see. Yeah. I put the timer to see how long it takes you to see that.
Yeah.
You're pretty
not long
good.
at all.
You're pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta give you that.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, that's not gonna happen.
DeMeco Ryan is his boy, though. But I hear you. It's not gonna happen.
You know how much of his boy he would have to be?
Yeah, I know.
Come on over here and play for the league minimum. Even though every year you've ever played in the NFL, you were a top 10 defensive end. Every year you've ever played long enough to qualify. But come over here and play for me for pennies. Not going to happen. You know who's his boy even better? TJ Watt. How about that? And how about his other brother that's a fullback over in Pittsburgh? I'm sure they're more his boys than DeMeco Ryan. If I'm going to play for dirt, I'm going to play with my brothers. Just saying.
You don't have a brother named, you don't have a fullback brother?
You might want to look that up.
There's 3 Watts?
Yes, there is.
I thought there was only TJ Watt.
Nope.
Put my glasses back on. Only because Kathy says I look cool. I can't see crap, but. What's up, Roberto? Hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thank you, Kathy, for the remark. Appreciate it.
As much as I would like to see that, here's the thing. If you were being frank about it, this is what it would come down to. It's about, will D Ford get out of the way for you? Because D Ford getting out of the way, volunteering to get out of the way, would make it where you would have a large bunch of cap space, like basically what I mean, retiring. So that's what it would take for it to even make it. Yeah. So at the end of the day,
I'm going to be blocking this guy right here.
You talking about Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that would make it worth your while. And, well, I'll address that in a minute. But there's no way that JJ Watt is going to play for
minimum
6, 7, 8 million, because
I hear you.
Releasing D Ford after June 1 would get you about $6 million. Would I squeeze another $2 million in there to roll the dice on a guy named like JJ Watt? Sure, why not? Like I said, he's been a top 10 DN every time he's played long enough to qualify, which is most of his years. I think it's either 7 or 8 of his 10 years.
He's been hurt lately, but when he's not hurt, he's on his game.
So, yeah.
Now, I know we're going to be releasing Richburg as well, so that's going to free up.
That doesn't do a whole lot for us. So, run to release Richburg. It's just because that's more emotional deletion. There's no money really too much involved in that anyway. Yeah. So, rush to release Richburg. That's not even worth talking about.
A lot of people say that he may go either to play with his brothers in Pittsburgh, like you said, or go to Green Bay. He's from Wisconsin, so he might go back to Green Bay. That's a possibility.
And when you say Pittsburgh won't be able to sign him, how bad does he want to play with his brothers?
Yeah, now for Pittsburgh, he may give a discount. Yeah,
he might give Pittsburgh a discount.
Correct. Over DeMeco Ryan, a friend.
Exactly.
I agree with you there.
Sometimes you have that childhood thing where it's like, it would be wonderful for us to all play together. And JJ's made his money. So would it be a big deal for him to, bite the bullet even for 1 year for them to come together? He might do it. So that's what you got to look at.
That does make a lot of sense, especially if, I don't know, he had another brother, Derek, but now that there's 2 brothers are playing for Pittsburgh and he'll be the third. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine all 3 brothers trying to win a championship with Pittsburgh? Whether they win or not. But you're right. As a child, you grow up loving football, playing football. You're like, man, playing professional football together is something that they dream about. Now there's possibilities there. And you're right. I think if any team gets a discount from JJ, would be Pittsburgh because of the two brothers that are already on there.
Yeah, that's the factor.
Very good point.
And Tom brought up something, talking about letting Garoppolo go for a cheaper alternative. Is $25 million Garoppolo worth it? $25 million for a quarterback of Garoppolo's ilk is not a lot of money. Look at comparable quarterbacks. They make a lot more. You know, it's like, for instance, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins
better than Garoppolo in your book?
No.
Right.
It makes way much more.
It's arguable. I mean, let's put it this way. The thing that is better about Cousins than Garoppolo is the fact that he's on the field every week.
Yeah, he doesn't get hurt.
That's the biggest difference.
Good point.
I would take a healthy Kirk Cousins over an injured Jimmy Garoppolo any day. And if that's the way it's going to be. But he's still kind of a step back from Garoppolo as a player on the field. He's got a couple of things he does better. Like he's got a nice deep touch that Garoppolo really doesn't have. But overall, he makes that mistake when you least need it. And, you know, he's definitely healthier. So if I were doing that, you know, like I said, he's got a better deep touch. I think that Garoppolo is under pressure. He is a much better quarterback than Cousins. Because
does Goff make more than Garoppolo?
Goff makes more than a whole lot of people.
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't think Goff is better.
Yeah, well, and we're not talking about Goff, but yeah.
I get you, but I'm just adding on to your.
There's a lot of things that Goff does better than Garoppolo, but once again, pressure bursts pipes. Under pressure, Goff is another one. Goff and Cousins are very similar guys, other than Goff is a little more athletic. You know, they do a very good job until the pressure's on. You know, put them in a tight game where they need to make big plays going down late in the game. That's when you really run into problems with those two. But front running, oh my God, both those dudes. If we could be a front running team, they're probably better than Jimmy in that respect. Yeah, they could sling it all over the place where Jimmy doesn't really have the ability to do that. Jimmy is not really known to fold under duress. Sorry, Eric. History would say different. You know, has he had a couple of hiccups? But overall, he seems to step up in close games overall. So, no, that's not true. You know, and on that one, I'm not a numbers guy. I'm like, watch the game, but in that respect, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah. Let's see here. A couple of comments. This is Tom agrees with you. Cousin is a bit better because he's healthier. But if you get a healthy Jimmy, I think a lot of the hate or dislike about Jimmy G is not necessarily his play, because we can all agree, whether you want to agree with me or not, that we win games with Jimmy Garoppolo. It's a factor. The problem is he's always injured, and he's been injured a lot. And like to Boston Hater said, he'd rather go with a healthier Cousins than an injury-prone Garoppolo. And that's the main concern. That is the main concern that I think a lot of us have about Garoppolo. Is he able to stay healthy? If he comes back in 2021, which I think he will, can he play the full 16 games? And so that brings up the question is, we don't want Mullins. We don't want C.J. Beathard. Because Garoppolo is tangible to being hurt, who would be a good backup to bring in that's capable of winning a few games during the absence of Garoppolo? That's the thing that we really have to address, a good serviceable backup, because Garoppolo does get injured. And I hope that is Ryan Fitzpatrick will be a great addition
Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be the guy, but Rosen is already re-signed.
Yes.
So I do believe that Rosen, he's struggled, but he's definitely more of a talent than guys like Mullins and CJ, which Mullins is not under contract. CJ is.
Yep.
So the question will be, what do the Niners do from here? Will the Niners draft a quarterback? If they draft a quarterback, you can say bye-bye to CJ.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. Mullins is probably gone already with the signing of Josh Rosen.
Yeah, it makes no sense
right now,
Mullins.
Yeah, because right now, you've got CJ under contract, you've got Rosen under contract, and you got Jimmy under contract. If that's what we roll with next year, you're not getting a fourth.
No, it wouldn't make no sense. If anybody comes in, will be to initially,
Mullins is gone.
Yeah, if anybody comes in, will be initially to move Rosen to a third and bring in a serviceable second to Jimmy. But if we don't bring nobody in, then I see Rosen or CJ being the second, and then one of them being the third, and rolling with those three for the year.
If you draft a rookie, even if it's in the first round, all likelihood,
CJ's gone.
Jimmy stays. Jimmy stays. And Jimmy stays, and he's going to be mad too. You know why? Because he's probably not going to get that restructure that he's hoping for.
Well, could it turn out to be a situation, and I'm not comparing pears to apples, okay, but could it be a comparison to a little bit to what happened with Aaron Rodgers when they drafted Love and put a little bit of a fire underneath Rodgers to play better? Now, I understand Rodgers is a better quarterback in general, but maybe if we draft a rookie, that can propel Jimmy to play a little bit better. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the thing is, maybe he plays better just because he's been around longer. But the thing is, he can't play healthy. That's the question.
Yeah, you can't. You can't will
my biggest issue with Jimmy is not his play; it's his health.
It's his health. Yeah.
Everybody always wants to say, "Oh, Jimmy this, Jimmy that." Jimmy show up and play on the field healthy. If I can get that from him, at least I can judge him based on what I see on the field. Right now, I don't really get to see him on the field. He's missed almost as many games as he's played.
Yep.
Jimmy is 22-8 as a starter with the Niners. 24-8 for his career, which is a 750 winning percentage, which that's nothing to, just dismiss. That's damn good. The thing that I'm concerned with is the fact that he's missed 20 some odd games.
That's a lot.
As a starter. I mean, think about it. In 2020, 2020, he missed 10 games?
Yeah.
And he only finished 3 or 4 of those games that he played. So he missed 10 games, no matter how you slice that. And he missed a total of 13 games 2 years ago in 2018. So that's 23 games you missed. You've only started 30 games for this team. And you missed 23. That's
not
damn
to
near
mention
50-50.
the games that he played. Some of those games he was injured too, and it wasn't like he was fully healthy. He was playing through an injury. Like the Jets game, he got pulled out. He didn't finish the game, but he was credited as a starter, but he was hurt, and he tried to hollow his way through some games.
All that does is just bolster my point that he's not healthy. Yeah.
So even though he has that winning percentage, I would imagine if he was fully healthy during the games that he hobbled, try to hobble through and end up getting hurt more, he probably would have had a higher winning percentage. But you're right, to your point. His losses that he had, most of them I think he's played through injury as opposed to being healthy.
Most of those were this year, and that's debatable. And the only reason it's debatable is because half of the damn roster was hurt too. So, it's different playing with your full complement of players as opposed to missing numerous starters
Absolutely. But don't you think if we had a quarterback like an Aaron Rodgers back there that we would have done better winning percentage?
Jimmy Garoppolo's not Aaron Rodgers.
No, I understand that. That's why I'm saying that. If we had an Aaron Rodgers type guy, I think Aaron Rodgers would have won more games than what we did this year with the likes of Nick Mullins.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, that's like saying the sky's blue. Doesn't matter.
Well, we would have made the playoffs maybe.
And got our ass whipped. Doesn't matter.
Hey, at least we made the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
At least we show that we're a competent team with all those injuries. So imagine when we get our starters. But at the end of the day,
yes. That anyway. We were competitive in a lot of games that I feel like we had no business being competitive in.
I feel like we showed that anyway. I feel like we got our behinds whooped too much.
Well, when we got whipped because of quarterback play more than anything else. And if in some of those games we definitely stayed in games that in spite of our quarterback play. So
of course,
I think we showed that we could definitely compete. Where in this situation, I don't feel that way. I mean, yeah, Aaron Rodgers would be an upgrade to pretty much almost any team's quarterback situation. So that's not saying a lot. It would be an upgrade to our starter.
Most definitely.
So, yeah, that's not.
Except Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. I say most, not all.
Right.
And, there's some others that he wouldn't be either. Yeah. He might be comparable. I mean, is he really going to upgrade Russell Wilson? I doubt it.
Yeah. I forgot about Russell Wilson.
I mean, and there's a couple of others out there. I mean, he's not the only, but the thing is, are we getting that guy? So
let me ask you guys this, and I'm gonna ask the panel this as well. I mean the fans this as well. If we retain Jimmy Garoppolo, which I'm going to go on record and say, as much as I've been talking about Deshaun Watson, I want to make it clear for the second time that I am an advocate for Jimmy Garoppolo unless we have an upgrade. I like Jimmy Garoppolo. I want him to stay, and I don't have a problem with Garoppolo. I am not mad if we retain Garoppolo. However, if we have an opportunity to get an upgrade, I'm all about it. So with that being said, is Jimmy Garoppolo the least best quarterback in our division? Or do you think that would go to another quarterback?
No, he's the worst quarterback in the NFC West. Even at his best.
And with that being said, at his best, he's still the worst quarterback in the division. And we're still talking about a Super Bowl team. So that's a good look. Like the benefits of keeping Garoppolo, we don't have to give up a lot of draft capital. We probably can get a younger quarterback, groom him or whatever if we go that route. And Garoppolo knows the system. So there's a lot of advantages. However, if we do get a more upgraded quarterback, it is what it is. But I just want to make it clear that if we do retain Garoppolo, I'm not going to be pissed off about it. You won't catch me crying about it. We had worse than Garoppolo prior to him coming here. So if a 13-3 quarterback is the worst we can do, I'll take that over what we had prior. So, but I do want to upgrade at QB if we can get it. I would.
Sounds good. I'll tell you what. If he plays every game, you won't hear anything from me. If he's missing games, I'm gonna have an issue with it. If he's
do you guys think that
healthy and ready to go for 16 games, and if we make playoffs, which we should if he's healthy, I'm fine. If he's not healthy, I got a problem with it.
I think you and everyone else would have a problem with that because then we'll have to revert back to whoever the backup is and find ourselves in a situation again that we went through in 2020 with the quarterback.
2020 revisited, huh?
Yes, with the quarterback situation. And I think that's what the Niner fans are really upset. I'll be okay if we went with Jimmy as well for the things that Florida Mike said. He's definitely familiar with the system. He knows the system that Kyle Shanahan is running. He does win games for us. We can, focus on the secondary with our picks. We can focus on our offensive line, and we can do that. But the bottom line is, if we get the 2019 Jimmy G, then we're going to make some noise. But if we get the 2018 Jimmy G and the 2020 Jimmy G, we're in a lot of trouble because we don't have that quarterback.
Which is why I say that if we do not go out in free agency and grab somebody, that we absolutely need to be serious about looking at drafting a quarterback with that first round pick. And it got to be one of those 4 guys. If you got to move up to 6 to do it, so be it.
That was the question I was going to ask.
But the bottom line is this. If you're going to compete and you're going to continue, you've got the team around you. If you keep that team together, you start messing around with this window where we got to retool all over again, because every time we had the team together, you got this quarterback getting injured. You got to have something. You got to have a contingency plan with him. I feel strongly about that. I don't think that we can run into 2021 with Jimmy Garoppolo, and when you look behind him, you see a bunch of scrubs. If we do that, we're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Agreed. We got a Super Bowl window team, and when these guys' contracts are coming up, you're probably not going to be able to retain everybody because they're going to want max money. You're going to have to start over in some key positions. So while you have that window now, go ahead and take advantage. And this is why we've seen enough injuries from Garoppolo. We have to consider what is best for the 49ers, not just today, but long-term too.
Yeah, and just real quick to Derek Hyder, Jimmy. Yes, we went to the Super Bowl with a healthy Jimmy, but it wasn't completely Jimmy. It was a lot of our defense and our run game. But if you look at the individual players, quarterback, Russell Wilson, Stafford now, and who's the other guy?
Kyler Murray.
Kyle Murray. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what his name is.
Jimmy is out of the 4. Jimmy is he's the lowest of the 4.
Let's not get this confused. Let's not get team achievements confused.
Individual accolades.
Who is the better player?
Yep.
Because if you really believe that Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, or what's the Georgia boy that came from
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford. If you really believe that he is better than one of those 3, you really need to start watching football.
Yeah.
Start watching football. Don't look at numbers. Watch them play the game. There is no way that Jimmy Garoppolo is better than any of those 3. No way.
No, yeah.
And that's why
can his team be better? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Hey, we outdid Russell Wilson, who might arguably, when you start talking about the best quarterbacks in the league, his name comes up. Jimmy Garoppolo's does not. But did we outdo Seattle? Yes, we did. So let's not confuse team achievements with individual abilities and talent.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson is by far, he is the class quarterback in the NFC West.
Yeah, I would put Russell
That's
Wilson,
not even up for debate.
I would put Russell Wilson 1. I would put Matthew Stafford 2, and then
there you go.
The kid from, I keep forgetting his name.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray at 3, and then Jimmy at 4. And that's not disrespecting Jimmy. It's just
that's not
knowing football.
There's no shame in that.
No.
Let's not
It's just a realistic thing. That's why I presented the question. I prompted it.
Saying we got some darn good quarterbacks in our division is what it's saying.
Exactly. It just happened to be that Jimmy is the lowest of the 4. Yeah. But he's still up there.
Yeah.
You can win.
But it doesn't make you the worst team.
Nope.
It makes you just, the 4th best. So
now, if you want to say who has the best defense in the West, now that's stating if we bring a lot of our players back, I think the Niners have the better defense of all 4 or other 3 teams in the West.
You know what? And the West really struggles with defense outside of the Rams have a couple of really standout players that make theirs probably second on the list.
Yeah.
And then Arizona behind them, and Seattle's got the worst defense of all.
Yeah. Yep. 100% agree. Yeah. Whenever you have Aaron Donald, and then you have that kid over there, number 20, that I won't mention his name.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. I won't mention his name. Yeah. Jimmy, listen, with Jimmy G, like I said, I'm okay rolling with him. I think everybody is okay rolling with him. I think just people are just tired of him being hurt, and they're looking. So let me ask you guys a question. If we draft a rookie quarterback, depending on where we draft, I think if we move up to the 6th spot and grab him, I think they're going to just start him right off the bat. But if we don't, do we get rid of Jimmy, save the $25 million, and bring maybe someone like Ryan Fitzpatrick to start for that 1 year, or no?
No. You know what I think you do?
Okay, what's up?
What I think you do is you restructure Jimmy at that point.
Ooh,
no, don't drown. It's you restructure him. So basically what you're doing is you're kicking that money to next year. And you're basically just structuring him and keeping him in that 2-year window. You're giving him more guaranteed money. And now you're kind of stuck with him for 2 years instead of 1.
Yep.
And then you've got that guy. So maybe you're stuck with Jimmy next year, but you don't give him a no trade clause for the 2nd year.
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe
paramount.
Even if he balls out, maybe you still move off of him in the 2nd year.
I was going to say, if we do that, and let's say the rookie that we draft just does great things, and impresses the coaches, and he's ready to roll, regardless of what the cost is, we just get rid of Jimmy next year, and we go forward. I mean, we've seen it with Wentz, although that money they had to pay against the cap for the Eagles was extremely high for a third and
look at Goff's $67 million that they're stuck with. Yeah, that's epic proportions. Goff's was nothing compared to Wentz. Wentz was nothing compared to Goff.
But the difference with that is Detroit is not in a winning team right now. Detroit has the money. They don't have no players to put the money into right now. They can't afford that for the next 2 years. I don't know so much but
it's not. They're not the ones eating it. The stuff I'm talking about eating is the Rams eating Goff's $67 million.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That's money that they have to eat on that trade.
Yeah. When you sign in bonus, The other team doesn't
There's
pay
a lot of stuff that they had to eat on Goff's contract. That hurt.
Yeah. But I guess they it looks like they were just done with him. They were not happy with him. I mean, you can see it last year. The last couple of games.
What? I don't know that it was all about football with them.
Really?
I know that all I heard was there was a lot of talk, and if you listen to, which a lot of people here probably don't, if you listen to like the Rams insiders on this, and I didn't listen to them until I heard about the trade, but there's a lot of talk about how Goff was talking about scoring the head coach's girl. He would love to bang the head coach's.
See, I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
When you say his girl, are you talking about his wife or girlfriend?
His girlfriend. He's
daughter?
His girlfriend.
He's not married.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, he's not married.
And, I saw pictures of her. She's an attractive girl. Yeah.
But that still doesn't give him the right to do that.
So the coach is calling.
Come on.
The coach is calling plays.
Look at how you traded DeAndre Hopkins.
That's stupid.
So the coach is calling plays and Goff is doing an audible.
You hear that?
You know it.
Yeah. Calling the
head coach will do what he wants.
Hey, the coach is calling plays and Goff is calling an audible, isn't he?
With his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's trying to score a touchdown with his girlfriend. He couldn't even do that.
Yeah. And you know what?
Well,
he might have heard that and said, "Yeah, I'm done with this dude. This dude's got to get the heck up out of here."
If that is true, then that certainly explains why they wanted to.
I wonder if
he's kind of back and forth with the mediocre play. Yeah, he's got to go.
Oh, if I'm the coach though, I'd be like more. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. I'm gonna keep it football. But if I'm the coach, I'm like, look, if this is your girlfriend. She's making that decision. That speaks more about her than anything. She knows like this guy is playing for you, and out of all the people, you got somebody that's in the business on the team. Like, come on.
But if he's hitting on her, not her on him, then that's all him.
Let's put it this. It was only a statement that was said that he made. It was never like anything ever happened as far as I know. There was nothing said.
So he was just hitting on her.
But the thing is, come on. If you say it where it gets back to it, dude, that you're trying to come for his woman.
Yeah.
And he's your boss. he might run you out of town.
I see. Okay, so it was just Goff hitting on her, not anything after that.
There's nothing that says he even hit on her. He made a statement about how her looks and about I would like to. He didn't even. There was nothing even said that he actually did it.
I see. Well, if you're gonna make a statement, you know how that's gonna go. So you got to be careful how you speak.
Unfortunately, he probably was with a couple of friends, and he was drunk, and he made a comment. They got out, and he got back to the head coach. And first and foremost, you should, you got to be careful what you say, man, especially about your boss. Yeah. You know, those are things that happen that, alcohol, and I don't blame the alcohol itself. I blame the individual drinking the alcohol. They can't contain his thoughts.
And I don't know that he was drunk when he said it. I have no idea.
Well, I'm trying to help the boy out, man. Blame him.
I'm not trying to help him. I mean, when you say you want to smash the coach's girl, that's hey, it's out of bounds.
Yeah.
No matter how you slice it, it's out of bounds.
He doesn't know the bro rule. You don't mess with another woman. Yeah.
You don't say stuff like that. Yeah. So shame on you for saying it. Life goes on. And now you're in a different place because you ran your mouth or, fact that you were not as good a quarterback as the other guy.
Not to be disrespectful, but I don't think that the Lions coach wife is that cute. So he should be safe. He should be safe there.
Well,
that's messed up.
Hopefully he learned something.
I take it back. I shouldn't have said that.
Hopefully he learned something. It doesn't matter. Hopefully he learned.
Well, Beto, you don't play for the Lions, so you're okay.
Yeah, true. But I'm disrespecting his wife, and I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. But, for those that seen McVay's wife, girlfriend, she is a pretty woman, but nevertheless, you don't make comments. You shouldn't make comments like that with anybody's girlfriend, especially if you're friends or you work for them. You got to keep those things to yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, man, I read that comment. I'm like, who? But should have known it's you. Who's disrespecting Eric? But Nate's fine. Now he is going to smash. Okay, Eric. Yeah, Eric, are you drinking over there, Eric?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Because that's the comments he's been writing are not normal comments from Eric.
Yeah, I was like, what in the world?
So I'm not alone on that, right? Yeah.
No, not at all. Okay. I don't know what's wrong with that boy.
Yeah. He's drinking his mother-in-law, his girlfriend's grandma's juice. Mm-hmm. But back to football, man. As we conclude this live, man. I'm hoping Trent Williams gets signed. I can't wait to hear that. I've been reading on him, and honestly, I was looking at all the top left tackles that are out there and what they're making. I think 18.2 to 19 million a year is pretty decent for Trent Williams, and I think if the Niners offer him that, I don't see why he wouldn't take it. I don't think that's being disrespectful to him. I think that's within the ball game of like a 3-year, maybe $55 million contract for 3 years. It's about right. What do you guys think?
Pipe dream. That's what I think.
Really?
Yep.
So most likely he won't be back then.
20.
The Niners are going to pay
2-0.
That's
no, it's not. It's pretty reasonable actually
for him.
What you're looking at people that do not compare to him.
Yeah.
Stop looking at when you talk top 5. That's not where he is. I want you to go and look at. It doesn't matter what rating system you look at. I don't care if it's PFF. I don't care if it's DBOA. Anything you look at. Who is the top rated tackle in football? 2020. Trent Williams. So that means that when you want to compare him to somebody, you compare him to the highest paid player, which is who? Bakhtiari, right?
Yeah, he's hard. Yeah.
So if you're going to say Bakhtiari makes what, 23?
23.
Almost 23 million?
Yep.
And you're going to tell me that 18 to 19 is cool? what you have to do is you have to hit him at 20, and you have to give him more guaranteed money than Bakhtiari, and he's probably going to fly. Yeah, you got to give him more guaranteed money than Bakhtiari per year.
I just don't see
now, you might not give him the same length of contract because Bakhtiari is a younger guy. But if you go 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is, 80%, 75 to 80% guaranteed, no matter what it is. If you go 3 or 4 years. Now, if you do that, I can almost assure you he will be a 49er. If you don't do that, good luck.
So let me ask you, since you're a numbers guy, let's say we give him 20, like you said, and we front load it, but we do 20, and then we sign.
Don't front load. Front load's bad business. Okay, so you don't have front load money. You can't do it.
To the back end of it, and then we sign Jason Verrett. One of the discussions that I think will be brought up between the Niners and the agent of Fred Warner will be an extension. And kind of like with the George Kittle, can we do that extension for Fred Warner this year, including bringing Trent Williams and Verrett back?
Sure. Okay. But there's going to be some pushing money down the road, and that's going to have to do with what is Jimmy Garoppolo's fate. That's going to matter. So either Jimmy's going to get some money pushed down the road, which this is why I always talk about the fact that his money will get pushed into next year more so than this year as far as the cap is concerned. And
for Fred,
that's what they'll have to do. Or they'll move on from him. And let's say, for argument's sake, they get Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's extremely cap friendly for 2021.
Yeah.
If that's the way they end up going. Deshaun Watson only cost us 10 or $10.5 million. It's less than $11 million for 2021.
Whatever those two are is still way better than Jimmy. And we're getting an upgrade.
Yeah. Jimmy's 25 to 26 for this year.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're talking about a guy that's only going to cost you between 10 and 11 million for 2021.
He can use this extra 15 to sign Williams.
Yeah, so that's where we're at with that.
Interesting. Well, I hope we'll find out as we go along how much and what the Niners are going to do. I am interested to see what moves, and as things unfold, we'll be bringing that to you guys on Monday and Fridays here on our show. Although I'm doing the show tonight on my YouTube channel, based not on the NWA, only because I had some difficulties, and I apologize for that. But nevertheless, the NWA podcast goes live Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with myself, the Niner Sickness, the Boston Hater, Florida Mike, and our boy E-Man that is in the comments tonight. We'll always bring you and keep you updated with what's going on with the San Francisco 49ers as it unfolds. But, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We come to an hour. Anything you guys want to say before we wrap it up? We'll start with Florida Mike, and then we'll take it to a Boston Hater.
Screw Shaka, and I can't wait till the 49ers come to Jacksonville. Bang, bang, 90 game.
Right on. What about you, Nate?
Basically, our cap has went down across the league. There's going to be a lot of people that are out there, and there's a lot of stuff that we're not talking about that's going to happen. And we're just going to have to sit back and wait. I mean, it's hard to tell. It's hard to gauge. I'm pretty good with the numbers, but I can't tell you what other teams are talking about. And they've got this guy like just sitting there that might be a quality player. And I have a feeling that there's going to be some people that are willing to come to San Francisco on 1-year deals that are quality players, and they're not gonna cost as much as you would think. There's a lot of things going down. I think our salary cap was nearly 200 million. It was like 198 point something, 198.4, 198.3 this year, and it's definitely going down this year. And as far as how much, I think that's still up in the air. I don't know that we're got a solid number yet. You know, the last I heard was 175. Somebody in the comments said something about 180. We'll see, you know, but we'll definitely know before March 17th.
Yeah.
And
more clarity by then. Yeah.
I think that we're going to find that there's going to be some people that end up on this team, even if it's just for that 1 year, that you're going to be shocked at what kind of talent a couple of players are going to be for the amount of money they're going to get paid. Yeah. You know, hey, stay tuned. That's all I can say.
Exactly. Well said, guys. Yeah, everyone. Just want to thank all of you guys once again for supporting the NWA podcast here, even though it's on my page tonight. But thank you for you guys' support. Thank you for looking out. Remember, follow us on the NWA YouTube channel Mondays and Fridays, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we bring you all the updates of what's going on with your San Francisco 49ers as it unfolds. We give you nothing but the solid meat, none of that side sticks stuff, and stay tuned, because I got a feeling in the next couple of weeks, getting closer to March, things are going to start heating up. And when they do, we'll definitely have topics to talk about. But until then, we will see you guys on Monday at 7 p.m. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. And keep praying and sending good vibes to Texas for everyone that is going what they're going through in Texas. Keep sending your love and support to them. We love you guys. Thank you for your support. And we'll see you guys on Monday. All right, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us tonight. I want to just thank the Boston Hater, Florida Mike, and E-Man on the comments, and everyone here tonight contributing with your comments. We appreciate you guys. Until next time, we are out. Peace.